Hey everybody, Chad here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. It means the world to me. We're going to jump right into it today. I wanted to take a look at, finally, we are seeing some pictures in the wild of the new Tesla Model S, the new update version, and we've seen our first pictures of that crazy Yoke steering wheel coming out of the factory. So I want to jump right in today and take a look at those and see what they look like, and hopefully get a better idea of what this car is going to be like going forward in the future. So let's check that out. All right, these photos come to us from the Kilowatts on Twitter. I've seen a lot of people talking about these, so I know that there's quite a lot of visibility and reaction to these. So we've got a few things to look at. Before we jump into this, let's jump into the production photo or the marketing photo. And, in this photo, we saw the Yoke steering wheel, which, is cool, sort of this interesting race car vibe. We saw it in the Cybertruck, which is really interesting to now see it come to sort of the standardized sedan, which is, a surprise. I didn't expect to see this design come to this vehicle. Of course, this picture also showed us the new horizontal screen, some content up there as sort of an advertisement. You've got the new console and things like that. So let's jump out of this and let's go back up to the main tweet, and we'll take a look at what we saw. So the first picture they posted was through the window, and yeah, this is it. This is the first real look at that Yoke steering wheel. Wow. So, I can't help but think about sort of like the IndyCar race car design. We've still got the two wheels that are now sort of the Tesla standard happening here. But overall, I think it's a good look. I think that, so my understanding now is that there's going to be an option for a normal steering wheel. I think that most average folks are not going to enjoy the Yoke steering wheel. If you're not used to driving it, it's a different feeling, especially the way you learn to drive if in the US, or at least you used to learn to drive with sort of the 10 and 2 positioning of your hands. That doesn't exist on this wheel. So a different experience altogether, but I think it looks great. It's super interesting that that's what they've gone with. In this picture, you can see again the horizontal screen, which actually does look a little different from that marketing image. It could be just the angle. You've got the instrument cluster dashboard as well. The other thing to note is that some of these colors are different from that as well. The darker paneling makes you wonder if this is not a production model and it's another prototype or test. You've also got some electronics hanging out down here, which I think is pretty interesting as well. Through the other window, you get sort of that view that we saw originally. Same basic thing though, nothing new revealed here. I wanted to look, are we seeing? No. Nothing there. Don't see any stalks in those images. Oh yeah, from behind, absolutely not. No stalks. So that's a cool shot right there. Of course, the reflection makes it a little challenging, but you can see just how pronounced that steering wheel is and how, almost extreme that Yoke design is. I still like it. It would be fun to test, I think. I'm excited about sort of the uniqueness of it and the overall design, but it is something that's different, and that I think that a lot of people are not going to be ready for. I don't know. Exterior shots. You've got these really cool wheels. The markings on the tires do make me think this is sort of another prototype. The door handles look great. Camera setup is as expected and looks great. Borrowing some design from the Model 3 again. Roofline looks awesome. I love the Model S. It's a fantastic vehicle. We originally were going to get a Model S, but ended up going with the Model X for the size advantage. I sometimes wonder if that was the right decision. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have some coffee today. Okay, this is the rear display. In looking at these images, my kiddo is super excited about that. I think he thinks that we're going to get another one. I don't know. But really cool design on that. I'm excited by what it could be. And I honestly think that so we've been looking at cars and having the option to put screens and entertainment in the rear of a vehicle seems antiquated to me at this point. I feel like most kids have iPads or access to iPads, mom and dad's iPads. Most people who are going to be carting around are going to have their own devices. So the utility of that rear seat entertainment system isn't quite what it was. I remember when we got our first conversion van when I was a kid and having a TV and a VCR in that back seat. I mean, it was the coolest thing in the world, but we've almost now gotten past it, which is so strange of a feeling. You know, obviously having entertainment in a vehicle is something that is of great importance and still continues to be used. It just seems like this is an interesting move. You know, of course, I like the idea of being able to see some of the Tesla integrated entertainment that they're doing back here. It does give you almost sort of like a limousine feel, which is interesting as well. But yeah, I kind of wonder about it. That's what I was talking about earlier, this sort of design feature that is from more updated Teslas of the camera setup. Looks great. And okay, cool little shot of the seat folding. You know, pretty much what you're expecting in that case. Couple more, it looks like. Again, this is the full interior. You get a little shot of the console, which looks really nice. Again, stalkless wheel. That overall shape and design is really interesting. You know, I think that that wheel design when the Cybertruck was debuted was, you know, sort of a hot topic, and so I think to see it here is really pushing the envelope. You know, I don't think there's, you know, you're not going to see a wheel like this in an F-150, I think is sort of my point. But looks great. The interior looks fantastic. Love the look of the white. Would love to see these panels match it. They do in the marketing photos, so hopefully production runs you'll see that as well. This is just a close up of that other shot. You can see the you know, sort of the opening for what I'm assuming is storage and cup holders in this cubby. I'm assuming that moves over. Fun story, when we first got our Tesla Model X, I set my debit card here on this panel and it opened and it actually just swallowed my debit card. So my old debit card is still just alive and well inside of the Tesla. We'll probably have to take that apart and get it once we decide it's time for it to go. I do love the way the screen looks. Overall, I think this new Model S is really going to be great. I say I love the Model S. It's a great vehicle. I think that it is in terms of a great sedan, it has a lot of features that I really love. And I think that this new design is exciting. You know, of course, this design is coming to the Model X as well. That some of these features, to me, are more interesting for the Model X than they are for the Model S. Again, things like that rear entertainment, things like that steering wheel, which is, you know, I think with as fast as the Model X is and the way it feels and how heavy it is, that Yoke steering wheel, you're going to feel like you're driving a race car, which I guess is the idea. But I'm excited about it overall. I'd love to know what y'all think. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this new steering wheel. If you've enjoyed the video today, be sure to click that like button. Help us reach as many people as we can here on the channel. I think that this is going to be an exciting update. I think people are really going to like these changes in the Model S. I do think it's going to limit some of the more normal, you know, people coming over from non-electric cars or buying their first Tesla. I think this design feature is going to give hesitation before it does anything else. That's my gut reaction. All right, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to click that like button. We've got plenty more videos coming out and headed your way. I appreciate you so much for clicking on this one and watching it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.